Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. Man, fuck poverty. Get this money, man. The fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy Judgmental Podcast.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil.
And I'm Leroy. Well, shout out to the Judgementals because this is our 300th episode. So,
Jesus Christ.
thanks for everybody who listened. And thanks for the people who was on here, all the guests and everything, especially with all the Eagles stuff. And recurring guests like Mr. Jeff Baker, Mr. Ryan Gutierrez. I can't remember anybody else that been on here multiple times, but thanks to them. And I think I could speak for Judgmental Philip, and we still want to be discovered. So shout out to Cameron, Revoke TV, Netflix, Spotify, and whoever else can got podcasts that pay people. Hey, we are consistent with 300 episodes. All right, we got this TikTok creator. TikTok name is Hellcat Ivy. Hellcat Ivy IVY. She likes Hellcats. That's her thing. And she tells a story about how she lost her correctional job to an inmate. Here we go.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna get to part 3. For those of y'all don't know, my name is Ivy. I'm from Pittsburgh, PA. I'm from the north side. I was employed at Allegheny County Jail as a correctional officer. I worked at least 72 to 80 plus hours.
And just for the record, Phil's judgmental. Hellcat Ivy has a nice body, so
A week. I was always there for overtime. I spent a
Look
lot
like she big.
no, she ain't big. She got a nice body.
on the pod with men. Roughly about 85 to sometimes 90 and 95 inmates.
Now, she's from Pittsburgh. Do people from Pittsburgh have this accent?
It don't sound like it. I mean, when she started talking, I was like, damn, where down south she from?
Right. Wiz Khalifa don't sound like this. Mac Miller didn't sound like this.
That I blew with. Medium max. So,
So,
like I said, I get straight to the point.
straight to the point.
The first day that I had met the inmate that I had fell for,
Of course.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, of course, it never fails. Why would she want to work around 80 fucking dudes so they all can fucking boo love it? Make her seem like she a goddamn princess.
I don't get it. And she walking around with them tight pants and them hips and that ass, and you know they probably, oh, hey, how you doing? All
Motherfuckers
nice
in
to
jail for a
everything.
long ass time. All they got is get time to work on their game.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers work so hard to get a good job, government job, just to throw it all away.
Mm-hmm.
cellie. Now, a cellie, for those of y'all that don't know, a cellie is a cellmate that inmates have to go ahead and stay in their cells with, while they're doing time in jail. So, he come out his cell. Never seen him before. He 6'3", 280 pounds, got an accent from Chicago. He had dreads that came all the way down to his thigh. And I started thinking to myself, like, oh, I have never seen him before. Who is this dude?
Here come the next part.
Jesus Christ. I see why she got fired.
All right. So to me, I thought he was very, very funny. I kind of gravitated towards him. He didn't gravitate
What did he say that was so funny, ma'am?
towards me because there's a unwritten rule where, inmates don't mess with the COs and COs don't mess with the inmates, vice versa. So I get it. So he was kind of standoffish at first, but I started to ask personal questions about him.
You at work and you ask some personal questions.
I'm surprised. She the one that initiated and pushed up on him.
Right. Hellcat Ivy must don't have nothing. It must not be nothing going on in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, there's something going on. They just don't want her. She's been around the block too many times.
Got me like, why you want all that? So the personal questions I had asked him, I'm like, okay, what you in here for?
You can easily look
Oh
at
my goodness.
So why
I was
the hell
gonna say
would
the
you ask
same
him
thing.
Now keep in mind, I already knew what he was in there for. He was in there for armed robbery, and I wanted to see what he would say. He like, they got me for mistaken identity. They got the wrong person. I said, I ain't trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that shit. You know? So, he starts to ask personal questions about me, like, why you
I thought you wasn't trying to hear that shit, but you kept going, huh?
Yep.
want to become a cop? I said, I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop. I'm a CO. I'm not a cop. He's like, yes, you is. You a cop. I'm like, all right, whatever. So, he always at the poker table. He playing poker.
Poker. What the hell is that?
And
Baltimore.
But she from Pittsburgh.
people always like gravitated towards him. And I mean, I get it because he was funny. Everybody always used to joke around with him. So anyway, I had made him a worker while he was down there. Now, for those of y'all that don't know, a worker on the pod inside jail, usually what they do is clean the pods, they sweep, mop, pass out trays, just make sure everything's cleaned up before the guys come out for rec.
Well, I don't think she's gonna get in all of this story because it was only 4 parts. Maybe on her TikTok is another part because it's almost close to the end and she ain't even get to the part yet.
So instantly, other inmates noticed I was playing favoritism. Now, keep in mind, I did have favorites down there. I had favorites on any pod I worked on. But when it came to him,
that ass had favorites.
he was probably one of my most favorite inmates at Allegheny County Jail.
Yeah, she didn't even, hold on, let me see on her TikTok, is it another part?
First things first, I want to say thank you for all the love, thank you for all the support, thank you for all the hate.
I think she's gonna tell the same story over again.
All publicity is good publicity, for one. A lot of y'all probably thinking like, damn, this bitch is crazy. She done put her whole business out there, and she's fired. She don't got no pension now. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, she did this.
You sure don't.
Listen, I'll get to that later.
No, get to it now. Don't. You telling everything else? Tell it all.
But let's get to the point about what really happened and how I lost my job as a correctional officer to an inmate. I'm gonna get straight to the point.
Sexy.
Okay, first of all, if I was having sex with an inmate in jail, I would be charged with PREA, and I would be in jail right now facing charges for sexual assault.
It didn't get that far, huh? So you was open to it if you was communicating with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows, y'all might have did something and ain't get caught.
Right.
I would be all over the news. I wouldn't be able to tell the story right now. And that's what blew me up. Because I didn't think I would go viral overnight. I just put my story out there thinking my friends is going to go ahead and see what happened and why I got, why I got suspended from my job and why I resigned. But I really did not expect this shit to go viral. Like overnight. My life changed overnight. And I wouldn't change it any other way at all.
Goodness.
Her life changed overnight for talking to a guy that was in jail. And she was a correctional.
Because she got a lot of views and went viral overnight. Her life changed. She wouldn't change that. She's stupid.
But yeah, so I mean, I know most of these stories, they don't end too well. When you hear about a female CO messing with a male inmate in the jail, it always ends like, oh yeah, they was fucking around, they was having sex.
You sure was.
Well, that's the first thing I would think.
Exactly.
Okay, let's just say that they didn't do anything, and she got caught. Well, it was going to lead up to them doing something anyway.
She already crossed the line. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
With me, no, it wasn't. I lied to you not. That was not the case with me and him. What happened was, once he transferred upstate, we kept in contact.
Oh, goodness gracious. She pen
I gave him my number.
Prison.
We
Oh,
was writing
shit.
each other letters when he went
Sending
upstate.
them naked pictures and uniform open and shit like that.
Yep. All right, so when was the point when he started asking you to send him stuff?
Not once did I mention we was having sex. But y'all done blew this shit up in the comments and
Yeah, man.
You insinuated
that's what we all
that.
think, right? That's what we all going to assume, that y'all was doing something. You got caught. She like, oh my God, I'm not that kind of girl. But yet you talking to a damn inmate.
y'all got me on pages I never thought I would be on and bigger platforms. Y'all blew me up.
She ain't gonna get to the story on this one because it's about halfway over, and
She got to milk it for all it's worth. That's why
right.
she's gonna keep posting shit. People gonna keep looking for that story, and as long as she keep posting BS, she can dance around it.
Right.
I'm happy. Shit. I was about to turn off the comments, but I'm like, hold up, this shit is pushing my algorithm. So, if y'all think that I'm fucked up right now and I'm hurting, of course not. Y'all must not know me.
No, we don't.
But I'm gonna drop some more videos soon. Follow me on all platforms, Hellcat Abby. And like I said before, like I know these stories don't end too well about, like I said, females messing with, female COs messing with male inmates, but unfortunately that's not my story. That's not what happened. But shit, y'all done blew me up. Let's keep it going. Shit, what's next? What y'all want to hear next?
Want you to tell the
truth,
story.
what happened?
Right. You ain't even tell the story yet.
Bullshit.
In the comments, like I said, I see y'all in the DMs. I can't reach out to everybody right now, but I'm trying my best to read through them. I'm getting 1,000 DMs. It's still popping. It's still smacking. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and get back to y'all when I can. Like I said, I see y'all and I thank y'all. I appreciate the support, all the love, all the hate. I'm here for it. I love it. Like I said, follow me on all platforms, Hellcat Ivy.
Well, thank you, Hellcat Ivy. We ain't gonna have to look anymore. You didn't even tell the story. Now, the title of your TikTok saying that, I thought she was gonna go into the story. She ain't even mentioned anything about it.
And whatever you assume, just know that that's not what happened. So she's full of crap.
Right.
What we assume happened probably did happen.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Why in the world y'all pen pals and all that stuff?
She broke him off right before he left.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And they probably ain't charging her because they want to keep it under wraps. Look, you're going to go ahead and get fired, go about your business, and we ain't going to lock you up. But we ain't going to make a big thing about it and have it all spread across the news.
Right. Well, thanks a lot, Hellcat. So we going to Altamonte Springs, Florida, where Winston Medley faces charges of attempted murder and obstruction after pulling a gun on gymgoers after calling them weak. Here's the report.
Martha, developing at 5, a Seminole County man faces life in prison. He is accused of trying to kill people who were working out at a Crunch fitness gym. Police say the gun fortunately malfunctioned and prevented anyone from getting hurt or killed. This happened at the Crunch Fitness off of State Road 434 in Altamont Springs. Channel 9's Nick Pampantonis is live outside the gym. Nick, investigators say he planned this shooting, right?
Yeah, they say he was working out at this gym, left the gym, and then came back carrying a bag with his gun inside of it. Witnesses also say he was taunting the people. He then tried to shoot.
There's an allegation of attempted murder.
35-year-old Winston Medley will remain in jail until at least April, following a wild day at this Crunch Fitness gym. Police say Medley came to work out mid-morning and spent time calling other gym goers weak. When they asked him to stop, he became offended. Police say security cameras caught Medley leaving the gym, grabbing a backpack with a gun in it, and then going back into the gym, where witnesses say he pointed it at a person's head and tried to pull the trigger several times. The gun didn't fire.
Never heard of anything like this before.
Absolutely crazy that something would happen in a community like this.
This is not Medley's first time in trouble with the law. North Carolina court records show he had a criminal record starting when he was 17 years old for breaking and entering and stealing guns. He's been caught before for unlawfully carrying a gun because
he got a lot of damn gun charges on here.
Was a felon. After he spent time in federal prison for identity theft, he unsuccessfully begged the judge to be let out early, saying, "I will follow all the rules." The gym has a rule: no guns allowed.
They have cameras everywhere. You don't think you're going to get caught?
Yeah, people don't think like that, man. Unfortunately.
Or like, do you just not care?
No, he didn't care.
I talked to a former neighbor of Medley's. He moved a couple of months ago, but she told me he was always polite, very well dressed, and never caused any problems. Live in Altamont Springs.
What's going on at the gym?
I don't know.
Tonus Channel 9 Eyewitness.
You here to work out and you ready to bang somebody?
Yep. So remember the story in Houston about the park ranger that was trying to solicit men for sex in the park? Well, former City of Houston urban park ranger Joey Lamar Ellis faces expanded federal charges with an indictment detailing 20 counts that represent accusations of civil rights violations, sexual assault, and extortion against 12 alleged victims. So 12 dudes he tried to proposition. Here's the report.
New tonight, more charges have been filed against a former Houston park ranger accused.
Okay, shout out to her. She got a little chunky there, but that's fine.
Of sexually assaulting men.
ABC 13 was the first
Or she could be pregnant. I'm not really sure.
report on Joey Ellis's initial arrest 2 years ago. Investigators say he abused his position and targeted men in city parks at night. And we spoke to one of the first victims.
What the hell is men doing out there? What is men doing out there at the park at night?
Because they all with it. They full of shit.
Right.
Forward, who said Ellis pointed a gun at him and threatened him.
He said that he was going to have my car towed away. I was going to be arrested. He was having me turn around, show
He was definitely with it.
I didn't want to say anything, but I didn't want to. What are you doing at that park at nighttime, sir?
Look, he said he had me turn around. Why he got to turn around like that? You know what I mean? You can just tell the story.
Right.
My body, which, obviously super violating.
ABC 13's Jessica Willey first spoke to that man in 2004. And Jessica, you caught up with him again tonight. It seemed pretty clear that experience is still taking a toll on him. And he actually predicted, I should say, there were more victims out there.
Yeah, Joshua Beatty told us that this now former park ranger victimized him with such ease. He said that he thought he had done it before. In a new indictment unsealed today, federal prosecutors say Joey Ellis's alleged crimes actually date back to December 2023, 6 months before Beatty exposed what he is accused of doing. And tonight we know that the case against Ellis just got a lot bigger, with 12 alleged victims in total, 4 more than a previous indictment. Prosecutors say he abused his position as a City of Houston park ranger, using his badge, uniform, and city vehicle to make people think he had police authority when he did not, in order to detain, threaten, rob, and assault them. Some victims report being forced to strip naked. We met Joshua Beatty in June 2024, just after his ordeal at Cullen Park. He says it was a nightmare that he still relives today. Tonight, pleased that the feds continue to expand the case.
I don't go in the parks anymore.
Targeted people knowing that they wouldn't be able to stand up for themselves and they wouldn't be able to speak out about it. And he made the wrong decision whenever he thought, I would do the same. I'm happy the prosecutors are going to be able to seek justice for all those other victims that never were able to for themselves, because it was a nightmare for me. I bet it was for 1,000 more. So, you never know how big that number is, but it was definitely scary for all of us.
So Ellis now faces 12 counts of deprivation of rights under color of law, meaning he uses government authority to violate civil rights. He also faces charges of brandishing a firearm and witness tampering. He first faced state charges back in June of 2024, but has now been in federal custody since the end of that year.
This all don't sound right.
Here, as you heard, Joshua says it has been a tough 2 years for him, very traumatizing, but he does not regret coming forward. Live tonight in Midtown, Jessica Willie, ABC 13.
That don't sound right at all. There's definitely more to the story on that one. So we going to Atlanta, Georgia, where Cheryl Reed is accused of stealing luxury cars from Atlanta's airport. Now she's suspected of running an illegal bar. Here's the report. One woman crime wave.
If that woman you just saw looks familiar, it's because just last week we reported on another one of her high-profile arrests.
And Jorge Estevez, his face is so pulled and picked. What is going on there?
Glad you're watching. I'm George Estevez.
And I'm Karen Greer. Here's a closer look. This is 28-year-old Cheryl Reed. Police charged her last month in a string of high-end car thefts at Atlanta's airport before her latest arrest Sunday morning for allegedly running an illegal bar in southwest Atlanta. Police say that investigation started after neighbors complained about activity at the property along Cascade Road. Channel 2's Michael Seiden live there now. Michael, you told us all about her arrest earlier last month.
Karen, the suspect already charged in that car theft ring at the airport, but let me show you. Tonight, police say the party is over for her. The doors are locked, the lights are out. This after police say she and her mother were running an illegal night spot.
Mom in the
On Facebook, Rel's Room is marketed as Atlanta's newest obsession, promising food, hookah, and VIP. But Atlanta police say behind those posts,
Ain't nothing but a ducky spot.
Yeah.
Was an illegal operation in the city's Cascade Heights neighborhood. Investigators say concerned neighbors and business owners started complaining last September about late-night parties and illegal alcohol sales. And even after their business...
It ain't about the alcohol sales. It was all them people probably hanging around that spot there late at night making noise.
Other businesses and shit complaining.
Right, music playing.
License was denied. Police say they kept operating.
That's her?
This body camera video shows the moment Atlanta police moved in, chasing down the owner, 28-year-old Cheryl Reed, and her mother, Shatara Churn, before taking them into custody.
Don't move, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you. Get on the ground.
Officers then went back inside, where they recovered 120 bottles of liquor, now evidence in the case.
1, 2.
And investigators say this isn't the only trouble Reed is facing. Police say she first got on their radar after being identified as a suspect in a string of car thefts at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport.
How's she stealing cars and she running the speakeasy?
Yep.
Surveillance video shows Reed moving through airport parking decks before stealing high-end vehicles.
You can't prove that, sir.
Investigators say she's been linked to at least 8 auto thefts. And when officers tracked her down last month, the arrest was all caught on camera.
Reed, come on out.
Now, that's a BMW, a nice BMW there. Now, is that car stolen or is that her car?
That's her car. Because if it wasn't, they would have said something. She got caught in a stolen car, you know what I mean?
Hands up, don't reach. I'll explain everything in a second, okay?
That was on March 10th. The next day, she was transferred to Clayton County, where she spent 5 days on auto theft charges. She was then sent back to Fulton County for another auto theft charge, released 2 days later.
There's always some shit going down in Fulton County, boy, I tell you.
Yep.
Arrested again over the weekend, this time for violating city ordinances.
Well, damn, she keep getting arrested, going out, getting arrested and then going out, then she get arrested again.
And tonight, Atlanta police say these arrests would not have been possible without the hard work of multiple units, including the department's Auto Crime Enforcement, or ACE unit, and of course, investigators with the License and Permits unit. This is continuing investigation, and we will let you know if any more charges are filed. For now, we are live in Southwest Atlanta.
Damn, I ain't never seen somebody that get arrested, get out, get arrested, get out, then get arrested again.
That's because they keep slapping her on the wrist instead of holding her.
Well, Philip, it finally happened. The Eagles are trading A.J. Brown to the New England Patriots. And in return for Brown, the Eagles will receive a first-round draft pick in 2028 and a 5th round draft pick in 2027. Here's the report from ESPN NFL Live.
Breaking news. So right now, we go right to Adam Schefter on A.J. Brown. Adam, what's the latest?
All right, Laura, the trade is in. It is official. A.J. Brown is being traded to the Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to be for a 2020.
You mean New England Patriots?
First-round pick.
Come on, Adam Schefter. You are supposed to be knowledgeable in the game.
It's also going to be for a 2027 5th-round pick. The Patriots have 2 5th-round picks. It'll be for the better of those 2 particular picks at this point in time, but that trade is the second trade. Who would have thought that the A.J. Brown trade would be the minor of the 2 trades that came down today? But that is the situation. It is now official. A.J. Brown is reuniting with Mike Vrabel in New England. The 2 have worked together before. They are going to work together again now. That trade is just coming down as we speak. A.J. Brown to the New England Patriots.
Adam's trying to get that tweet out. I'm going to buy him just a second here. But, Adam, I do want to follow up. As you've said many times, we expected this to happen. What was the process like to get to this point in leading up to it actually happening here on June 1st, as you see all the information on the screen?
Well, my understanding is the 2 sides had not had any contact in recent weeks. There were conversations that occurred in March and April and an understanding that they would pick this up again after June 1st. And that's exactly what they wound up doing today, exchanging phone calls and coming to the agreement that will send a 2028 1 to the Philadelphia Eagles for A.J. Brown, a 2027 5th-round pick back to the Eagles as well. So the Eagles get 2 first-round picks. Now, here's the other interesting twist to all this, of course. At one point in time, the Los Angeles Rams were sniffing around an A.J.
He said 2 first-round picks. Where do you see the second round pick? You get the...
there's 1 first round and the 5th is what I read.
Right, and that's what it say here, here.
A Brown trade, and they decided ultimately that they would be better off spreading their resources elsewhere, trading for Trent McDuffie, and now trading for Myles Garrett.
All right, again, if you're just tuning in, Myles Garrett is now a Ram. The Browns got Jared Verse and some good picks, a 2027 first-round pick.
So the Browns get Verse, a good young player, and they get draft picks. The Browns won that one. How old is Myles Garrett now? He in his 30s?
I want to say, if I had to guess, 29.
Okay. Yeah, the Browns won that one. Like, what the hell are these people sometimes?
They got Verse. They got a first, a second, and a third.
Right. For Myles Garrett.
That's a good haul.
Exactly. The hell, I would do that.
Pick. And now it's official. A.J. Brown is a New England Patriot. We'll dive into the Eagles side of all of this, but congrats to the Pats. You got yourself a great wideout. Let's talk about A.J. Brown. Through his career and up until this point, Brown has been one of the most productive receivers in NFL history, including the playoffs. He's one of 7 players all time with at least 8,500 receiving yards.
But everybody say, damn, Hurts can't get him the ball, which is a bullshit-ass narrative.
Right. So what is the real issue? Do you know?
I think the issue is he want bigger numbers.
Okay, but they got a new offensive coordinator.
He don't care about that. He want his number. And I think he quit on us too. So he's ungrateful. He's selfish. And he's a pain in the ass. So
okay,
I'm just glad he's finally off the team.
Okay, when was the point where he quit?
In the playoffs. The last 2. Now, A.J. Brown was a reliable receiver that never dropped passes. And then in the playoffs, he's dropping passes left and right. The last 2 games he played, I think he had a total of like 7 drops.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of drops for somebody that don't drop the ball. And they talk giving up on routes, missing blocks on run plays. Like, he just ain't give a shit no more. You saw it in his game.
So you don't believe that there was an issue between Brown and Hurts?
I think it became an issue. I don't think it started with the issue like that. You know what I mean? He probably had a conversation with Hurts. Hurts probably pulled him to the side. Look, man, you need to chill out. Man, fuck that. And then they never squashed that when that's it.
Right.
In his first 7 seasons. The others, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Marvin Harrison, Larry Fitzgerald, Calvin Johnson, and Tyreek Hill. Pretty great company to be in. Nina, what do you make of the idea of Brown in that Patriots offense now that we know it's official?
It's fairly exciting. Very good fit with the quarterback. Drake May is an aggressive thrower of the football, loves throwing it downfield. He's very accurate throwing it downfield.
The jury ain't out yet.
A.J. Brown is excellent, really at all three levels, but contested catch situations, red zone. You like the makeup of the receiver group now, which is really remade, right, with Romeo Doubs as a 2 and a mixture of Hollins, Douglas. We'll see what Kayshon Boutte's role is. And I'll add this, I think...
You sure is hyping up their trash-ass receiver room.
Exactly.
A.J. Brown and his skill set. The number one thing that comes to mind is his ability to beat man coverage, statistically been the best receiver in man coverage in football the last few years, and press. And while during the regular season, the Patriots receivers were very effective in that regard, I think in the postseason, you saw the group get a little exposed. Now, they're not the only problem. It was the offensive line. Drake May struggled as well.
Thank you.
But something that caught my eye in
That's why I said the jury ain't already out yet.
The postseason, I looked this up again.
Boy, they'll crown these guys. They'll crown these guys the next big thing real quick.
Well, Drake May had the easiest schedule in football. I mean, he's playing at least 4 wins from the door in just his division with the damn, who is it? The Dolphins and the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
That's 4 wins right there. You can fucking ain't got to worry about.
Yep.
Against press coverage, Patriots receivers only caught 23% of Drake May's throws. So I feel like A.J. Brown is a solution to a problem that did show up a little bit later in the year, and it's just a really great fit for this quarterback. And also, by the way, yes, they're not the Rams, but the Pats were in the Super Bowl last year, so it makes sense that they're trying to take advantage of the rookie quarterback's contract to win now.
Yeah, it's a couple of reasons I love this. One, it's another gift to Drake May, but it's also because Drake May has played well and proven as a young quarterback that he's on the ascension of being a really good quarterback in this league, and you supplement that by bringing in a really good wide receiver. The other thing about this is a personality fit as well, and I've been very tough on.
As soon as AJ ain't getting the ball and shit going sideways, you watch, you jump on Twitter and talk some shit.
The Titans for letting Mike Vrabel and A.J. Brown go, and along with Derrick Henry. All three of those guys were in one place at one time. But to marry this again, I think the personality fit matters. When we were in New England and they were in the playoffs, you saw this team and how much they were galvanized and how much they rode for their head coach. And I think A.J. Brown, with his mentality, to me, it fits the way that Mike Vrabel is as a head coach. If A.J. Brown wants the football, they're going to find ways to get it to him. And I don't want to take Josh McDaniels out of this either, because every time Josh McDaniels has had a really good wide receiver, that wide receiver has put up enormous numbers. And I think A.J. Brown will be the next one in that line of guys that's been acquired by the New England Patriots that plays that position at a very high level and can absolutely get it done. So when you look at it in totality, I think it's more about the fit and the mentality of A.J. Brown and this Patriots culture that they're trying to build. As a football player, we know A.J. Brown is going to play well and play at a high level.
No, you don't. Because he ain't do it for us. Mm-hmm. Now, the man he played with us for 4 years. 2 years he had over 1,400 yards, all-pro. Another year he had 1,000, still made the all-pro. And that year that he had 1,000, if he wouldn't have missed 4 games, he would have had another 1,400. Mm-hmm. So really his only down year was last year, and he still got 1,000, and he missed 2 games.
Is unique in that it's like the worst kept secret.
Well, Hurts isn't good enough, so
they keep making it seem like Hurts couldn't get him the ball. Well, how the hell is he an all-pro? 3 years and getting 1,400 yards and all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
How's he getting on that list with that fucking top 6 receivers all time and since 2000 or whatever and yards they just showed? How's he getting that list? Somebody throwing him the ball.
Right.
And he still got to get the ball to Smitty. He still got to get the Goddard. You still got to run the ball. Mm-hmm. So shit, he did solid to me.
Hurts isn't good enough. And even people in Philadelphia don't think he's good enough for some reason.
Because we ungrateful fans in Philly.
In the league, and it actually happened. These usually don't work this way. Like, it was the biggest topic at the Combine. Everyone was like, A.J. Brown's going to the Patriots. Then in free agency, the Patriots aren't going to break the bank on anyone but Romeo Doubs. It's because they think A.J. Brown is coming. And then draft week, Adam Schefter comes out and is like, oh, that trade's coming. As all the Boston beat reporters are like chasing it. Like, wait, it is happening now? So I find it fascinating that no other team swooped in. Nothing fell apart at the last second. this is one that was kind of in the draw.
Nobody swoop in because you're a pain in the ass. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that.
The combine, and then it actually happens. And I guess we'll do the Eagles side of it. It kind of makes me sad too, that like, this is how it ends, right? Like this was a great partnership, AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. And these guys were
Seemed like it's more of an AJ thing than Hurts.
Well, remember, he wasn't even happy when we won the Super Bowl. Now, who's not happy about winning the Super Bowl?
Right.
And then it was a game where he had over 100 yards and like 2 touchdowns, I believe. And then he ran right to Twitter and said, using me, but not using me. Really? Like, God damn, you ain't never satisfied.
Supposedly best friends from childhood. And like, it actually is over. And I'm sad by that because I thought those two had this great future ahead of them. And after the Super Bowl championship and the amazing performance that AJ Brown had in that season 2 years ago, I was really hopeful that those two can find a way to make it work. But it sounds like bigger things were at play. And AJ Brown is now on to his 3rd team and he's back with Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, on NFL Live.
That means something when you're in your prime, you already been on 3 teams. And I try to tell Shay all the time, this godparent shit is full of shit, don't mean nothing, it's bullshit. So here he's the godfather, Jalen Hurts' godfather, AJ Brown's daughter, I want to say. And here they only got they don't even got no friendship no more. So what the kid gotta say? Well, where's my uncle Jalen? When I'm gonna see Uncle Jalen? You just gotta squash them, and you build these friendships and a relationship and get other people involved with this godparent stuff. And then once you go sour, you just eliminated that whole relationship.
Well, thank you. We have a parent conversation in the middle of a sports talk. Thank you.
I'm just saying, because they made a big fuss about how close they was, and they knew each other since high school. And he's Jalen Hurts, the godfather of Jalen Hurts' daughter. Oh, really?
For everything, AJ. Special to see. He is now a Patriot. The Patriots, by the way, begin their season at the Seahawks, home against the Steelers, at the Jaguars, and at the Bills.
All right, so how do you feel about the Eagles now, the new Eagles receiving core?
I'm happy about the receiving core. As long as you got reliable receivers that can catch the ball, you're going to be all right. Quarterback, we don't got one of these quarterbacks that just turn the ball all over the place. You know what I mean? He makes smart passes. All right. And Devontae Smith, he's aggressive. He runs under the ball. He goes up and get the ball. You know what I mean? He gets separation. A lot of the stuff that AJ started lacking, and people was even questioning, is he hurt? Did he lose a step? Because there was really no separation. And it got a lot to do with the play calling too. But we got like either the best or the second best receiver in the draft. We still got Devontae Smith. We got Goddard, and we got the best tight end in the draft. So we should be all right.
Okay. All right. So, all right, everybody. You can reach the Judgementals on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube at pnljudgementals, Instagram at _Judgementals, or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. Sorry, Phil.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Hold up, whoa, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap? I can do it on my own. That's why I produce the track. Don't wonder where my crew is at. They'll be back.